Hi, I will give you a brief overview of how to send messages using the Global Message Event System for Unity. Global Message allows for multiple different workflows to send messages, so let's get started. Sending messages using the Editor Message Object reference gives you the most flexibility and control at the same time. It allows you to send messages from custom scripts while the message type can be selected from within the Unity editor. This enables you to write scripts in a general way and choose the send message type later in the editor according to the specific context. First, we have to expose a message type field to the Unity editor. This can be done by declaring it as public. In our example, we want to send the message whenever the spacebar is pressed. We check this inside the if statement. Finally, to send the message, we call the send method on our variable. That's it. Don't forget to assign your editor message object in the inspector. The next workflow is to use the built-in message sender component. It allows you to send messages without the need to edit or create code and components. This is especially useful in situations where you just want to augment existing systems with the ability to send messages without changing their underlying code. In our example, we will use the message sender component to send a message whenever a Unity UI button invokes its onClick event. Okay, so we have our button here that does nothing at the moment when it's clicked. Let's add the message sender component to the game object and select which message we want to send. After that, all that's left to do is to add message sender's sendGlobalMessage method to the button's onClick event. Now, whenever the button is clicked in the game, it will trigger the message sender component, which will send the selected message. We can verify this by consulting the info window. It shows our game object as a sender whenever we click the button during play mode. The third workflow is to send messages via code only. This gives you the most control as editor users cannot interfere. At the same time, your scripts are less flexible because the send message type is hard-coded and cannot be changed easily from the editor. However, this workflow can still be very useful if you do not need the flexibility or cannot use editor features, for example in editor scripting. In our example, we want to send the message whenever the spacebar is pressed. We check this inside the if statement. Finally, to send the message, we call the send method on our message type and supply its own type as generic type parameter. The last workflow is to send messages directly from the editor. This is very useful for testing your receiver logic quickly and independently from senders. You can either do this from the Editor Message Object Inspector or from the info window. Once you press the Send from Editor button, the message will be sent by the editor immediately. Receivers that are registered at the time will be triggered. This works both in play mode and in edit mode. So that's it for the overview on sending messages. Be sure to check out the other Global Message videos or have a look at the documentation for more details. The links are in the description. Have fun using Global Message.